Hello everyone, my name's Roxanne Ratcliff and I'm the Senior Business Partner responsible for diversity and inclusion at Burges Salmon. And I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Louise Duggan this morning, who is gaining some experience at Burges Salmon via a programme called Women's Work Lab. Women's Work Lab help transform the life of mums by helping them to rebuild their confidence and also helping them to find careers and roles that match their aspirations and also really importantly kind of fit in and integrate with their family lives as well. So hi there, Louise, lovely to be seeing you this morning. Hi.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So I just wanted to ask you, why did you decide to get involved in the Women's Work Lab programme in the first place? What kind of brought you to it?
Yeah, I'd worked for a long time as a teacher and I'm a single mum with 3 children, and I was just finding the juggling of working full time and my children and everything. I was just becoming really burnt out. So I took a break and I've been out of work for a year. And during that time, I just thought, for me, teaching wasn't working, it wasn't fitting around my family, and I thought I need to find something new, but I just didn't have any idea what to do outside of teaching and outside of education. So I was kind of looking at various options, and then I came across an advert for the Women's Work Lab, and I looked at their website and I thought, wow, that could help me, because they were talking about helping you identify what kind of role, what kind of company to work for. So I applied. They have a large number of applicants, but I applied, was luckily selected for interview, had an interview, and then they offered me a place on the course. So it's a 12-week program where we look at sort of our skills, our values, what we want from a job. And like you were saying, Roxy, it's about matching you to the right job. It's not just about getting any job, because they want us to be happy, secure, and most importantly that it works around our families. So you have so within those 12 weeks, so 4 weeks work placement, and the work placement is a collaboration between the company or organisation and Women's Work Lab to try and fit you with something that matches your interests, your skills, or if you're looking for something completely new, what you would be interested in doing in the future. In my case, I knew what I didn't want to do, but I didn't have a clue what I did want to do. So I asked Women's Work Lab to give me something completely different that wasn't anything to do with education. And it was quite scary going to Burges Salmon, but it was brilliant as well, taking that step into the unknown, because I thought I need to find out what else I can do. And so we do that, and then once you finish the work placement, you go back to Women's Work Lab, but they support you for 6 months after to help with whatever steps you want to take, whether you feel that working isn't the thing that you're able to do at the moment, or you want to get some more training, or whether you are ready to step into paid work. So
So you've come and worked with us at Burges Salmon for the past couple of weeks, and how have you found that experience? How has it been?
It's been amazing. I've been within your people team, and I've learned a lot about all the different roles in the people team, which is kind of the equivalent of like an HR sort of department in a company. And also because my background is sort of teaching in special needs, I've done a lot of work with you and learned a lot about your diversity and inclusion initiatives, and you have sort of lots of voluntary groups within Burges Salmon that are supporting people in different areas to sort of progress, to support them if they're having any difficulties. So it might be someone who's got a disability or someone who's got caring responsibilities. And it's been really interesting to see that really inclusive culture, and also the flexibility that's been here as well. So obviously I've been working during school hours, because at the moment that's what I need to do to be able to drop my children off to school and pick them up. But also what I've noticed is a lot of other people are doing that here as well. So it's not just something that Burges Salmon have done for me on my Women's Work Lab placement. That actually a lot of people are starting at 9:30 or 10, or leaving early. People are working from home as well. And it's been really nice to see that there's lots of flexibility and options that could work for me, as well as learning a lot about Burges Salmon itself. I mean, I've been in the sort of business support side rather than the law side. But I've also met a lot of people who've come in externally, so sort of youth groups or organisations or charities, and really got an idea about how they work with companies. And I've gone from not knowing what I wanted to do for a job to now I've got so many options. I need to sit down and sift through them.
Oh, that's fantastic, Louise. So I guess my last question would be, what advice might you give another mum or another sort of woman coming, maybe perhaps in a similar situation to you? They've got to that point in their career where they're not sure what the next step is, or they've taken a bit of a break and they don't know how to get back in. What advice might you give them at that stage in terms of what they might want to do next?
Yeah, so Women's Work Lab will take anybody from any level, even if you're a mum who's never worked, that's no problem. They'll support you getting your first job. And what I can say is, when I started in September, I didn't have any confidence in myself, in my abilities. My self-esteem was quite low. And now I feel so confident. I feel ready to go back to work. I'm ready to take on any kind of challenge, and absolutely give the program a whirl, because they're there to support you and they get it. They get the difficulties we have with juggling everything, and they're there for you to find the right company, the right place and the right job that'll work for you. And absolutely just, give it a go.
Fantastic. That's great. Well, you've been an absolute joy to work with over the past couple of weeks, Louise, and we're just so excited to see where you go to next and how Women's Work Lab and how Burges Salmon might be able to support you in those next steps too. And thank you so much for talking to me today as well.
Thanks, Louise,
and we'll speak to you very soon.
Bye.